Um, so I just read my first negative comment. It was awesome. No, really. I just don't understand why people just have to rant, with no stance, no point to make. I mean, you can do that in different ways, people. Come on. I mean, you don't have to let the world in on all of your own bullshit that you can't handle. So that's what I have to say to that. Um, Especially when the message is very unclear as to what you're even trying to communicate. So, anyways, I'm just shedding that light on the words, just like we Geminis do. Leo in our third house of communication, we tell it like it is. So, um, this is really meant to be a self-motivating positivity, pathway to helping people out there that are looking for guidance, some more insight into how and why they are the way they are. And there's really no need or no room for negativity on this channel. So I really don't condone it. And I really hope it doesn't continue because I don't like seeing that at all. Um, I'm doing this for other people, and yes, this helps me find out more answers too about myself and the people around me. So that's really the mission here. I don't know. I really don't like that. So um, yeah, just don't bring people down unnecessarily. Deal with your shit. Anywho, sorry. I just read it. It was like hot off the press, first time. So, I do look I think a little more dapper than usual. I'm getting ready to go somewhere after this, so it's like, maybe I'll do a video. Look a little nicer than usually with my hat and my relaxed wear on. So hopefully you guys don't mind that most of the time. Um, so for today, Gemini in Virgo season, so we've got some natal Mercury energy, so that's very good to see. Virgo season shouldn't be out of the usual for you guys. It is going to crank up the volume a little bit into pushing you guys into being more action-oriented. So we know Geminis for their quickness of thought, their intellect, that extreme communication, and it's really going to Virgo season is really going to try to direct that into doing some good. Not that it doesn't usually, but I think you guys usually are ones to kind of pass the baton on to the next person. But you get that leg going, you get that initial idea running, and you kind of hand it off to someone that can kind of like see it through a little further. And there's no problem in that. I mean, everybody has a part to play in the cycle. So I think in Virgo season we're going to see a little more of that action coming to fruition, or maybe taking a more concrete path. So the only thing is with Virgos with Mercury is since they're not an air sign, they really struggle because they need to make things happen at the end of the day. They're Earth, so they really need that success. They need the practicality, the logic, the organization. They need that ability to plan and all that. And so when you have all this Mercury coming at you from every which way, it can be overwhelming because they really just want to shut it off and just focus on getting it together. So that's going to be the struggle for most people, but hopefully you guys can just kind of weather the storm. And you would have, let's see, when we're looking at, I'm trying to think here. Gemini. God, what do we have? Scorpio? Yeah. I mean, I think this would just be a really productive time for you guys in planning your future. Um, Maybe some changes with work with Capricorn. The cards will tell us, but let's get started. So Gemini and Virgo season. Ironically enough, you guys haven't had a whole lot to say yet. Maybe I have to do things a little differently. All right. So I'm gonna try something. Bear with me. Um, okay. Sorry about that. Um, since the cards aren't really saying too much yet, we are going to try maybe a spread. So let's change it up a little bit. So we're going to look at the Hermit card. Um, since it is Virgo season, and this is an 8-card spread. So we are to look. Oh my goodness. All right. So I'm going to give these a good shuffle here. So Gemini's, whoa. We finally get some cards, but I'm kind of wanting to do it a different way. So let's see if they show back up. All right. So this will be our first card then. Interesting. Okay. So I may go into further explanation on some of these. We'll draw some more. But to start out, so it looks like King of Cups kind of was taking hold of us as of late. Maybe this energy has passed, but this was really kind of weathering that emotion, riding the waves, not resisting them necessarily, and just kind of being a little more emotionally available spiritually, whether that's in love, with family, whatever that was. You're just kind of being a little more honest, hard on your sleeve. Well, that's how you've been. So that's past events. So we are able to tap into that energy. So let's see what's a little more present. So card number 2 is the oh, okay, I'm sorry, I haven't read this spread before, but the impact of the past really maybe kept you from seeing a new love opportunity, because that's usually what we see with the Knight of Cups. So staying with, maybe you were trying to dominate your emotions, and that kind of did the reverse for you. It didn't allow you to open up to that love. You were resisting emotion, perhaps. So when we can't truly feel and be who we are, we're not open to the possibilities of the universe. So maybe you guys have stepped out of that a little bit. Right now, currently though, you feel like something's been taken from you. You feel defeated. Um, Someone's got the best of you, and it could have been a battle of wits. It was just an argument, but somebody really, really, really hurt you in a way, hurt your pride. Not necessarily physically hurt you, but just emotionally. Maybe you feel betrayed or attacked. So that's what we usually see here. I really don't like looking at this guy because he's so smug, um, and that's not cool. I'm a Leo, and I really don't like to see that um, that kind of enjoyment of defeat. It's just so nasty. Um, so let's see. We're gonna go from there to your ambition. So interesting that your ambition is reversed. Now I have gotten before. I have a friend that's a Gemini, and when we're looking at his desire or his goals to achieve, his card was reversed. So it's almost like um, maybe you guys don't maybe want things to be easy, or you want the expected thing. In a way, maybe you have a need to kind of not to have drama, or just for to take a different perspective. That could be the reversal. um, this is dealing with the home life and moving. So the chariot, this since this was your ambition, is the reverse chariot. So um, you'd rather not take a journey away from home. um, Maybe that's it. Maybe you're not open to um, kind of changing the home life, and the family and all that, and maybe you're comfortable where you are, and your desire is to kind of stay there with no kind of necessary change. Maybe it's really interesting though. It's almost like maybe you won't take control of it, but you want somebody else to step in. I'll have to think about that one. That's hard to see that one reversed. Okay, so what holds you back? So right now, you guys got your. Okay, maybe it's you're always looking to move, and hmm, but you're not really open to it when it's reversed. It's like you're always. I guess that makes sense for a Gemini because you guys are always so quick to change, whether it's a conversation or pick a different lane. You're very quick to do that, and it happens an awful lot. Um, but maybe here it's like maybe to not do that, maybe to stand still a little more. Maybe to take things slower. Um, yeah, maybe it's more about appreciating the fact that you could go anywhere and choosing to stay right where you are, taking a little bit of time. Maybe it's that. That's an interesting ambition to have. But why not? Why not work on things that are already present in your life? So right now, what will help you go forward? So being open to the universe's messages here. Maybe being open to those emotions, because here it almost looks like resistance. It looks like you're fighting it. It looks like you're trying to ignore it, and that's almost depleting your energy more so than the emotion would itself. So we don't want to do that. We want to be open to express ourselves and to receive that so we can move through it faster. Okay? Not that we want to rush an emotional process, but the sooner it begins, the sooner we can get past it. So maybe ponder on that a little bit. See if it's probably not as scary as we're making it up to be. Um, and then just it could really be providing you guys with something that you need to experience, like it's necessary. So um, try to kind of do what you can with that. So we're going to go to hopes and dreams here. So this is the Six of Cups, so more emotions. Now this is really like your past. It could be a childhood flame, a high school sweetheart, and it could just be your love of your past and your childhood. And this is, I guess, maybe you're really stuck on somebody. Maybe it was someone that helped you. Maybe it was someone that was really close to you, and you kind of like started to get infatuated with them, but you haven't been able to move away from this person. And it could even be like in a school environment, like a schooling, whether it was high school, college, something like that. Because I don't know why, but I always think of school when I look at this card. Um, and then, that six energy is very Gemini, so this would probably be very natural for you guys. But look at the flowers, look at the blooms that happen in these cups. I mean, that's something that you could experience right now if you turn that frown upside down, okay? And just kind of like see, the possibilities. Like those cups can have blooms in them too, just because they don't right now. So, yeah, just kind of open yourself up to that. Yeah, maybe there's something in your past that you just need to allow yourself to move through. So then you can kind of put your sight back on the world and its possibilities. And then lastly, we have the outcome cards. So the King of Swords. So King of Swords, we like to see this for an air sign. We're gaining control of our thoughts. So, if this stuff transpires, if you're able to kind of let go of or do what you need to this past event, or like this memory, this fondness that you have for this person, you can, conquer everything. You can really soar with this card. This is one of the higher intellect cards to get. I mean, this figure looks so big in comparison to the background because um, that's how he feels. He has the insights, he has the wisdom, he can kind of cut through the air. He's front facing, so he's not afraid of what's coming. So it's just very, I really like this card. And it's just going to allow you guys to take flight again. So, but it looks like there's just the past thing here. So let me see if I can get maybe some further explanation on this one. Maybe we can get a sign if we're lucky. Who is this maybe about that's affecting you? Your hopes and dreams. I mean, we already have some Cancer energy in here. Okay. It doesn't really necessarily give me more clarity as to this card, but it does feel like a partnership or a love interest. So let's see. One that maybe not both parties were open to. Um, maybe because it didn't resonate at that time, you felt like running away. You felt like really, really scared. You kind of fled in your own way, and this is a Six of Swords, so I guess this could really tie into, we have a 6, a 2, and a 6. So 6 is the month of June, 2, the duality with Gemini. I mean, that's very Gemini nature, so um, it just looks like whatever the situation was, it didn't really end happily, and it's maybe you're still kind of stuck in that mindset, like maybe it could have worked out differently. Um, so what do we have to do in order to, okay. So maybe this Page of Pentacles has been coming up for a few signs so far. It looks like Virgo's is turning out to be a season for new job prospects, new career prospects. So maybe that would be a really good distraction, if not like a good way to kind of separate you from whatever this is that you haven't dealt with or haven't got over. Maybe it is a move. You know, this could lead you to a move. We do have the Chariot energy here. We've been seeing a lot of that for Virgo season too. You know, and even this card, but this is more of escaping as opposed to moving. You know, but sometimes, I mean, if there's no other option, sometimes you just have to get in the boat and go, right? Just start sailing. So maybe that's where your fortune's going to come from if you pick a new direction with that Page of Pentacles. Sorry, there's a thunderstorm going. It's always crazy weather in Florida. Alright guys, come on, one more. Gemini. Okay. Well, this is another, like, possibly, yeah, I'm going to pull the star with that too. So we are just not open to transformation currently, is what I'm seeing. Lots of reversal here. So, you know, we're looking at what we've achieved so far. Not super sure if it's enough for us, and maybe we'll be setting sight for another direction. And then we have the star, but it's really, I'm really unsure about this, you guys, because I can't tell here if we need to move or if we need to let things simmer for a little longer. Because if we move and we aren't ready for this this transformation, this Page of Pentacles energy, it's not going to do it justice. You know, with that Death reversed, it's not really going to be transformative, and it'll be more like we are escaping. So, you know, we're running away from this fling, this possible love interest, or that never resonated. You guys have had a hard time getting over, and you just feel like there's just no possibility. There's nowhere that you can go, maybe. Nowhere that you can run or call home or even relax. And you're not open to receiving any new love. So it's kind of a little bit of a depressing reading, Gemini, okay? But, you know, like this is a great card. We love that page energy. We love that yellow. He's on a new path, so a new job could maybe distract from this right now. But we may have to wait a little further into Libra season to really see if it's going to really change up things and really start some good some good old transformation for you guys, because right now it's reversed, so we don't want to just abandon ship and just kind of run away. We want this kind of be a little more fulfilling in a way. So, just take care of you guys. Don't get so caught up in the past, and just try to handle this season. It shouldn't really be too hard for you guys, because, like I said, this is one of your natural. This is your natural planet. So Virgo season really shouldn't be that different. It's everybody's getting back into school. We're reaping what we've harvested. So yeah, just let it kind of simmer a little bit longer, maybe, and start looking in new directions for some career, some job change, how to make some more money, because those things will all make you feel better. Um, and yeah, I hope you guys are doing okay. Sorry for the rant at the beginning. I just kind of had to throw that out there and figured if anybody would appreciate it, it'd be some Geminis. So.